He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. All cruelty springs from weakness. There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. He who is brave is free. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. No man was ever wise by chance. They lose the day in expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. Only time can heal what reason cannot. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to what others think, you will never be rich. Enjoy present pleasures in such a way as not to injure future ones. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. People are frugal and guarding their personal property. But as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. The sun also shines on the wicked. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Leisure without books is death, and burial of a man alive. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Religion is regarded by the common people as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. We learn not in school, but in life. Life is long if you know how to use it. Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. There is no genius without a touch of madness. To wish to be well is a part of becoming well. But life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. While we wait for life, life passes. It does not matter how many books you have, but how good the books are. It is difficult to bring people to goodness with lessons, but it is easy to do so by example. It is a tough road that leads to the heights of greatness. He who has injured thee was either stronger or weaker than thee. If weaker, spare him. If stronger, spare thyself. It is more civilized to make fun of life than to bewail it. Whatever can happen at any time can happen today. The part of life we really live is small, for all the rest of existence is not life, but merely time. To win true freedom, you must be a slave to philosophy. Of this one thing, make sure against your dying day that your faults die before you do. There is no enjoying the possession of anything valuable unless one has someone to share it with. To be always fortunate and to pass through life with a soul that has never known sorrow is to be ignorant of one half of nature. The best ideas are common property. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. No man is crushed by misfortune unless he has first been deceived by prosperity. You are lonely not because no one needs you, but because you care about who is next to you. The main feature of weak people is the fear of saying what you think is right. It is quality rather than quantity that matters. Everyone prefers belief to the exercise of judgment. Gold is tested by fire, women by gold, and man by women and suffering. If we could be satisfied with anything, we should have been satisfied long ago. What really ruins our character is the fact that none of us looks back over his life. When a person spends all his time in foreign travel, he ends by having many acquaintances, but no friends.